Okay, perfect. Okay, so hi everyone. For those that don't know who I am, my name is Jenna Bolton, and I am a regional vice president with this incredible company, Arbonne. And Krista has asked me to do a little training on goal setting. So that's what we're going to talk about today. I hope that I can get through this without Cal waking up. He's having a nap right now. So fingers crossed, newborn mom life. So if you know, you know. Anyways, so why don't we just get right into it? The one thing I do want to mention before you start, and you should probably have maybe set some goals already. I know we're kind of into the month already and the year, but before you set all your goals and intentions for 2025, it's really important to go over the past year, 2024, and reflect on that year. And, maybe some prompts or questions you can ask yourself are, what did I do really well in 2024? Where did I waste some time? Where could I improve? So just make a list of like things that you did really well, things that you can improve on, and then sit down and start to think about the year ahead. So one of the acronyms I really, really like to use in terms of setting goals is an acronym. It's SMART. It's called SMART. And this is where we're going to dive into all the details of each one. So it's specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. I have some notes, so I'm going to be referring. And so each of those are stand for like what you need to focus when you're creating your goals. So we're just going to get right into it. So you want to be really, really specific when you're creating goals for yourself. So you need to be clear, concise, define really what you want to achieve for your goal. And then maybe what I'll do is I'll just give you some examples of my goals. So I have some personal goals, I have some business goals, and that's another really great way of breaking down your goals is into like categories. So relationships, finances, health, business, that kind of stuff. And then what you can do is you can really focus in and hone in on each of those topics. So one of my personal goals is I would like to hit 300 walks, rides, workouts on my Peloton. So that's one of my personal goals for me. I had a baby in October, so I've got that postpartum kind of just your body doesn't feel like yours. And so my goal this year is to just get back to feeling myself. I have a whole bunch of other health goals, feeding my body with nutritious foods and balancing my hormones out, all those things. So 300 workouts. So I have created, and we'll get into this a little bit later, but I've created an accountability, if you will, tracker for how I'm going to meet those goals. And then another goal that I have, and so 300 workouts, that's very specific. So I want at least 300 workouts by the end of the year. And it can be any kind of workout. It doesn't have to be just a walk. It can be anything, running, biking. And so that's 300 like workouts on the Peloton is a really good goal because obviously there's 365 days in the year. And so far, I'm going to just give myself a little pat on the back because I've been so good on my Peloton. I've been on it, missed one day in 2025. So that's great. We're off to a good start. And then one of my business goals is someone's knocking at the door. I'm going to leave it. One of my business goals is I want to make $10,000 paychecks by June, and I want to promote out 2 RVPs in 2025 and over 100,000 QVs by September. So those are very specific, right? So promoting 2 RVPs, 10K paychecks by June, and over 100,000 in sales by September. So that is my for me, I'm working towards Nation. So in order to get to Nation, I have to start building my business and building that, strong, wide business. So those are a couple of very specific goals just based on what, like my personal business or my personal life. Okay. And then the other thing I'll make note of is, like I just said, you need to be clear and concise. Vague, like goals it's not a goal. So if you just say, I want to lose weight, you could lose 1 pound and then you've met your goal. So you have to be really specific about how much weight, by when, et cetera, et cetera. And then if you hit that goal, make another goal, right? And then, yeah, I put another one, like, you want to make more money. So just saying you want to make more money isn't really going to like do anything for you, because you can make 10 extra dollars and then there you've hit your goal. So make it very, very specific. The next one is measurable. So, how will you measure your progress and success? This is where an accountability partner would come in really handy. And I know lots of us have had accountability partners in the past. Maybe you have one right now, which is awesome. And try to find somebody that's sort of working maybe towards similar goals that you are, because that can really help accelerate and like bounce off ideas off each other. And it honestly, an accountability buddy or someone like to keep you accountable is really helpful in achieving your goals, because you almost feel like, oh my God, like it's not a competition, but you can kind of like, it feels like that sometimes because you can see them maybe accelerating and you're like, oh God, like I'm not doing the things she's doing and I need to be. So it just helps you stay accountable. Sticky notes are another really great idea to have for tracking your success. So we all are very familiar with the sticky notes, and some maybe are a little bit more comfortable than others doing those sticky notes. I know personally, I've never really felt that great about the sticky notes, but I'm going into this year thinking, let's just try it. Let's just see how it feels. I might I've already started my sticky notes for, things like AIT. I have trackers. I don't want to take my computer and show you all around my room, but I'm actually I'm in the process right now of creating a vision board, and I do have a little get together coming up in January for my team to create our vision boards and have a little fun get together and talk about our dreams and things like that. So I've got all these little pieces of vision board items along. I actually took the Arbonne card that we got for Christmas and I cut it out and it says happy. And I just thought that was really cool. So I've got to put it all together, but it is here. And it's going to go up in my office because it's something that I'll look at every single day across from me. And along with my sticky trackers. So I've got sticky notes in the basement for my workouts. Peloton, it also tracks all your workouts and tells you you've achieved goals and things like that. But I like to see it. Like, I'm like a very visual person, so I like to see something in front of me. And I actually like the sticky notes because you can actually, if you have put them on your wall so that they're like kind of permanently up there, you can even cross off the stickies. You don't have to rip them all off. You do whatever works for you. But you can get them on Amazon. You can get really aesthetically pleasing ones if you want. Like, you can see in my office, I'm super beige. So you can get really nice, aesthetically pleasing sticky notes if that's your jam as well. I'm a little type A, so it's that's just how I am. Okay, so let's just see where yeah. Oh, the other thing I've created is on my phone. You can kind of see it, but I've got the background on my phone screensaver is of just some visually like my goals kind of broken down. So like the working out, getting in shape, eating well. I want to grow a really nice garden this year, like a rose garden and peonies. So I've got some pictures of some flowers. That's one of my passions in life. And then there's a picture of a beach because one of John and I's goals as a family is to save some money to go on a really long vacation in January. So just like some things like that. And you can easily do that. Just gather your items, your photos in Pinterest, save them. And then there's a template layout in Instagram that you can do this in. It's super easy. And then you just save it to your camera roll and set it on your background. So then you're opening your screen every day and you're looking at your goals and you're reminded like, oh, better go work out, or make a smoothie bowl or whatever. Okay, the next one is achievable. So you want to make sure that you're setting your goals in not like a crazy goal in a short period of time. So you don't want it to be unrealistic, right? Like, you want it to be something that you can actually achieve, because setting a massive goal when you know that you can't achieve it is just going to set you up for failure, right? Like, you're going to feel like, oh my gosh, I didn't do that. Goals are like, why am I even doing this? So time and resources are a factor. Make sure you don't set a huge goal. Like I said, in the timeline is like 2 months. So let's just say, for example, for me, I could say I'm going to go nation by the end of this month. I mean, is it possible? I guess, yes. But is it really attainable? That's a bit of a stretch goal. So something like saying I want to go nation by the end of 2025, or you can even be more specific and you can say by September 30th. You could really put that's creating like a real concise goal. So you can do something like that, but just make sure that your goals are attainable in a time frame that's reasonable, right, for that goal. And I will talk about goals can be, long-term goals. You can have short-term goals. So for example, next week, you could say, I am going to sign up 3 new PCs, for example. That's a short-term goal. Even a shorter-term goal would be like in the day. You could say, I am going to meet, I'm going to do, $1,000 in sales today, personally. That's your CQB, right? So that's like a short-term goal. And then a long-term goal, again, could be your, going nation, going RVP. Maybe you want to go DM. You could go DM in like 3 months, but you get the drift. Short-term goals, long-term goals, make sure your goals are attainable in the time frame that you have. The next one that we're going to talk about is relevant. So I'm really talking a lot about Arbonne because this is a call for, Arbonne consultants. But make sure your goals should matter, right? Matter to you and align with other relevant goals. So your goals are all going to sort of for me, it's like there's a wellness vibe going on here, right? So like the working out, my other goal is to listen to a podcast every single day and grow my mindset, because I've really stepped away from building my mindset. I often think about, when I went RVP 5 years ago, I often think like, how did you feel and what were you doing when you went RVP? And like businesses change over time and things change and we all change and life gets crazy and busy and all of it. But I do remember feeling a certain way. And I know that I was spending a lot of time working on my mindset. So that's huge. And I need to get back there. Like we outgrow ourselves and we need to grow into a better version of ourselves to then become, the area managers, the RVPs, the national vice president. So that's one of my goals, is to work on my mindset, listen, and in turn, listening to podcasts that feed that mindset. So ask yourself, why does your goal matter? Why are they important to achieve? For my examples, my 300 Peloton rides, exercise classes, will ensure I am meeting my goals of feeling my best. My pre-pregnancy, I want to get back to my pre-pregnancy weight. And it's not just about the weight, it's just about feeling really good. I want to have more energy. I want to feel just less inflamed. And then, so by exercising, I'm going to meet that goal by feeling my best. So that's really important to me because I do want to feel my best and I want to have energy. I've got, two boys, now 2 boys that are, going to be, Pearson's already so busy and Cal's going to be rolling. He's going to be crawling and walking and all the things. And it's just, I need to have energy for that. And I'm not like a little spring chicken anymore. So all the things that can help with that are super important to me. And then also, just a minute. Okay, so also for my business goals, so I'm talking about giving examples of personal and business goals. Business goals for me, why is it important to promote to national vice president? Well, I'm going to take a step back. I really want to focus on promoting RVPs in my business. And naturally, I will become a national vice president by doing that. So I want to help other people live a life of abundance, wellness, feeling good about themselves, not feeling like there's nothing left in the tank or there's nothing left in your bank account. I want people to feel fulfilled and happy, and not to say that people don't feel that way in maybe their jobs they have now, but I want to help make people live a life of abundance. So that's really important to me. So by helping other people start their business and promote through the levels and share these amazing, amazing products with people, I am going to achieve my goal of becoming a national vice president, making those 10K paychecks, meeting over $100,000 in sales. And we have been there before. We've been there before, so I know we can do it again. And so that's also a driving factor for me. Okay. Oh, the other thing that I want to save for, and it for me, it's like a big thing, is the finance. And I'm gonna just give a little shout out to Hillary, because I know you hopped on Dream Big Facebook page the other day, and you were talking about what your intentions of the year are going to be, and shout out huge goals for you, girl, and you've got them. But Hillary was talking about a financial, like the financial stress, and like not wanting that anymore, and not having that anymore, and not being like at the end of the month, like we're strapped, we've paid all of our bills and there's nothing left. I don't want to live like that either. I want to live a life of abundance. I want to be able to say yes to anything, and know that there's money in the bank, and I don't have to like worry about, that. One of the things that we really want to have here is we want to have a beautiful pool in our backyard, and pools cost a lot of money. So that's something that we're also saving for. And I love having family goals. Like, I think you should have goals with your partner as well, not just your own goals, but like as a family, what are you working towards? So I think that's also really important. Okay. The other thing I'm going to be working towards is having some help brought in. So that's also another thing that's going to help me build my business, so that if I have some help doing the laundry and the cleaning, meal prep, just things like that, like making the beds, tidying things up, I can then sit down and focus on my business and work my business with intention and have the time. Because we all know, like, I know it sounds ridiculous. I'm at home right now. I'm on maternity leave, but the days fly by. Like, you can set time to do things, but like, I don't know about anyone else, but I just feel like the days fly. And so creating more time to do the things that I know will help me achieve those goals and grow my business and grow myself, I think that's super important. So that's another thing that we're going to save for. And then basically the last one we're going to talk about is the time bound. So you need to set clear deadlines for your goals. And we've kind of already talked about that a little bit. But if you just say, I want to accomplish this goal sometime this year, that's not really specific enough. You really need to set a time frame. So if you are a brand new consultant and you want to go district manager, set a time frame. Just say, by March 31st, I'm going to be a new district manager with Arbonne. If you want to create a goal for area manager, that might take you a little bit longer, maybe not. You could sponsor somebody tomorrow. It's so important to think this way. We're closer to our goal than we think. And we're closer to that next level of management than we think. We're closer to getting another new PC than we think. We just have to, it's the mindset piece, right? So yeah, set your goals with timelines, be really specific as possible. And then, like I said, set short-term goals, long-term goals, break down your goals into the quadrants of your life, like health, relationships, finances, business, all those things. And that's all I have for you today. I really hope that this helps. And I would love to see if you want to pop your vision board in our Dream Big page. If you want any help with doing a vision board, reach out to me. I wish I could show you like my whole layout. I just have like a piece of Bristol board, and I actually framed my vision board in a nice frame so that it looks good. But if you have any questions about any of that, just reach out. I'm an open book, and I hope you guys all have an amazing 2025, and we'll talk to you soon.